Hello everyone, and welcome to the 107th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict, you may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and volleyball legend, Frederick. Just take it in, sir. Take it in.
I'll sit and just simmer in the glamour of it for a bit.
Bask in the glory. Yeah, you've been out there just. I mean, I'll let you explain, but I've seen some videos of you absolutely just destroying the opposition, and I'm bloody proud, man. It's
sad to say afterwards. We did lose the game, but
it's not about the end result. It's about the 10-second clip you can cut out of the video where you look really
exactly.
Cool.
Of the 2 hour and 20-minute clip, I did get 3 or 4 good ones.
Exactly. That's what matters. A highlight reel is more important, you know?
Exactly. That's what the judges really look at afterwards. Like how many pancake digs did Fidalgo do?
Yeah, who actually looked the sexiest on the court? If we can just be real.
Point to not Fidalgo.
Yeah, that's why you lost.
No, so had the first volleyball game today with the team. It was against a really big opposing team. So we're like, oh god, we're a little bit scared. And so we won the first 2 sets. You had to win 3 sets. So we're like, oh could we do this? We couldn't, evidently, but it was a really good time. And we played with, so of the 7 people in our rotation, 3 of those, including myself, had never played a game before. And the people we played against had 2 professional volleyball players. So it wasn't a bad result.
Not a bad shout, you know.
No, so it was Haikyuu-esque, we'll just say.
Yeah. So not about the destination, it's about the journey or something, you know? Something smart, I think. Well, to celebrate your moral victory, we have a little bit of a treat here today on the pod. It is, in fact, Characters We Could Beat Up, Part 4.
Yes!
I checked, and it's been 3 months since the last one, so I was like, you know what, that's enough time.
Amazing.
We can do it.
Amazing.
So
that is a treat. Like, you say that as a joke, but that is just
it's
a
bit of a treat, you know. So I've compiled a list here. Of course, you can interject any you come up with. So for those who don't know, this is the series where we look at a character from a movie, a show, sometimes a real-life person, and we talk about if in a battle of fisticuffs, the two of us, BHL Hudson and FDK Gaming, two, I was going to say average men,
but two above average.
Two pretty fit volleyball-playing boxing men.
Dodgeball playing, some may say.
God, I still haven't heard back from the Dodgeball Society, so... You know,
the saddest rejection to ever get. Excuse me, could I join your Dodgeball Society? Yeah, so we're going to leave that BHL Hudson guy on red.
They don't, I have gotten a response, but they don't open until late October. I love how I'm having to justify this. No, the Dodgeball Society did write back to me,
guys, the Dodgeball Society is actually freaking dope.
But anyway, I'll keep you updated on that, I guess. Damn it, we've gotten to make fun of your ultimate frisbee for so long. Now the Dodgeball is going to become
the Dodgeball of that. It's finally time to receive the bit now.
But
should we go through our strengths once more?
Yes, okay, so before we do that, I will just say, and of course, this is all meant as a bit of fun, bit of jest. We don't actually encourage any violence, and we do definitely, if we mention any real-life people here, we definitely are not implying any kind of violence or any hurt.
So that's BHL Hudson's disclaimer. I am more lenient. If you guys want to go into town and
battle it, we can.
Hit me up.
So there's my little disclaimer. Don't worry, we don't actually want to beat up Steve Buscemi, who is on this list. Now,
Steve Buscemi.
Our strengths. My strengths, I think, speed. That was it. Speed was going to be the only one. I think speed, power,
and everything good about anything,
and muscular definition, maybe I would say. And weaknesses, probably.
Let's not point out the obvious, shall we?
I'm 6 feet tall. If we can just be clear, it's taller than the average person, probably. I guess
it's no big deal. It's taller than the average person.
in Hobbiton.
Hobbiton.
And I don't know. I feel like I get sore pretty easily. So that would be my weakness. I beat the shit out of them, but then afterwards I'm like, oh damn, I need like an ice pack. Or something. I'm pretty sore.
Just let me have some frozen peas. My arm's kind of hurting.
What would you say your strengths or weaknesses are?
Sips cup. I mean, I got the height. I've got the reach. Weaknesses, I don't know. I don't think there are many.
IQ.
Right. I forgot that one. There you go.
Well, there you go. So that should give you an impression of how we'll do. So let's just get into it. Why not? So yeah, first of all,
let's go.
Severus Snape.
Severus Snape.
The beat drops. Severus
Snape.
D'Onofrio. He has magic. Pretty big factor, I would argue. Literal ability to kill us with a word. That's not ideal. He could torture us.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen Harry Potter. So
he's a magic dude, and he's Alan Rickman. He's the one who was like, Mr. Potter, get the f*** out of my classroom, you absolute clown. Like, I think we've like mentioned Harry Potter before, where if we just had like a gun, like would magic defend against a gun?
I don't think it would.
Because, or like a garrote wire. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. God, this is so dark. We go up. Okay. I've got it.
I think I have it. You are subjected to the torture spell for an extended period, and while he's just enjoying and reveling in it, I come up and
I see.
I wait a while. I let him get it.
Oh, no, you also revel in it. You're like, oh my God. That boy can scream.
And then just garrote,
Well, see, what I was thinking was that you kind of do your weird flirtatious thing that you always do whenever we see each other, and you do like your weird dance and poses, and then Snape looks at you like, "What's this weirdo doing?" And I go up behind him and garrote him.
Okay, I just like to make clear I don't have a weird flirtatious thing that we. Fine, I do. Okay, fine.
fine. It'll totally work on Snape as well.
It's called a mating dance, all right? Jesus. Yeah, but I mean, realistically, I don't own a garrote wire. Not to get too personal here, but I don't actually have it in my possession.
Not to reveal anything too private here, but I don't own a garrote wire.
So I think Snape would take it simply because as soon as he sees us,
we cannot base our entire plan on a non-existing garrote wire that neither of us have.
That's how I base most of my plans in life. I think
fine. I think
there's no way we can get close to him because he could literally just Avada Kedavra us. So hate to start off on a bummer. But I'll move this one down because that one's also probably not going to end with us winning. So let's get an easy dub in here. Chewbacca.
Okay. You think Chewbacca's an easy dub?
The absolute disgusting. Where's your respect, man? It's Chewie.
What the hell? My man is dope.
Okay, look, he advantages. He's enormous and like physically very strong. But so
this is where the IQ. But we're equals.
But enough about BHL Hudson. Let's talk more about Chewbacca.
Very hairy as well.
Man, it's very hairy and can only speak in strange roars and growls. But enough about Fidalgard. So
yeah, I mean, I think he's a bit of a tank soldier kind of dude.
Yeah.
Where someone needs to point at something and then he'll attack. Where he can't think on his own.
I mean, I think he's pretty intelligent in the movies. He just doesn't talk. But for our purposes, let's act like he's a bit of a dumb brute. And I think this one. Usually we use our enormous muscles to win battles, but this one we have to use our enormous brains and a tactical affair. You don't box with a brawler and you don't brawl with a. No, wait, you box a brawler and you brawl... Whatever the f***. If it's a big dumb guy, you have to be tactical and smart, you know what I'm saying? What if
it's a little dumb guy like you?
then you just hurt my feelings, then I'm defeated, clearly. I think if we go for, if we find, you also have to find the weak point. I'm going to say his knees are the weak point.
He does have weird, hairy, yet very, weak knees, doesn't he?
I also think we could put him in excruciating pain if
oh my god,
if we ripped his legs off. That's what I was gonna say. The wax thing.
We cover him in wax, and then we just rip his hair off.
We lure him. Also, I love how this started as we just meet in a random street and we don't have any advantages. But here, so we pour a giant bowl of wax over him, and then I use my intense speed, as we established, to just lay all the wax things on him, and then we just rip them all off in one, and he is...
And then through the exposure to cold air, he'll die of hypothermia in a few days.
We just stand there for like 80 hours just staring at him as he slowly gets
staring
colder
at him
and colder.
as he gets nakeder and nakeder.
At a naked Chewie. God, what would a naked Chewie look like? Probably Daniel Day-Lewis, you know? So I think we've done it. So that's a pretty violent image we've left of just a freezing naked Chewie just lying there.
Yeah, but also very, very fitting for this episode, I'd say.
The actor, Cillian Murphy.
The actor...
As opposed to the postman, Cillian Murphy.
the lunch lady, Cillian Murphy.
Look, I found this one on a random actor generator thing. I feel like it'd be a pretty easy one because he's
right.
a very
he's not that tall,
skinny, bony man. I don't know.
It's a walking sack of bones, that man.
I mean, he's very handsome and probably very strong, Cillian. But
I mean, it's a sack of bones that I would kiss, but a sack of bones nonetheless.
God, but no offense, Cillian, I guess. this whole podcast is just horrible insults and going. But we don't mean it. I hope you're cool.
I hope you're beautiful still, Cillian.
That being said, if a man is made entirely of bones, would that imply that the bones are very strong or very brittle? Also, everyone's made entirely of bones. I don't know what I'm saying. If someone had like a heart and 2 lungs.
Now, hear me out. If somebody had skin.
But because he's, such a, let's say chisel, that's a nicer word. Sack of bones. So do you think that means he's very brittle, or maybe the bones are extremely strong because they're so prominent? Because I was thinking like maybe we break the bones. Again, we don't mean this in any actual violent way. I realize because now it's a real person. It's all just a bit of meme and fun. I think maybe they're like titanium.
See, I think our mistake this episode is that we're focusing on one small hypothetical detail about the person, that being Cillian Murphy being a sack of bones, and then basing our entire plot off of this. We need to take a step back and look at his physical attributes, that not him being a bag of bones.
Okay.
So, he's not that tall, I don't think. He's like... He's about your height, I'd say.
Right,
He's not the buffest dude. And against 2 physically capable men, such as ourselves, let's just say.
He's a pretty...
I don't think it'd be too difficult.
No. I feel like he'd be fast. I feel like he'd be scrappy. He could probably throw some elbows. We would simply beat him in in a points decision kind of way, and no physical harm would come to him. Anyway, next up,
right.
Cyclops, the character from X-Men.
Cyclops,
the laser eye guy.
Right.
The one who Wolverine is like, "F off, you fucking stupid f."
Oh, right.
It's basically all of his lines to Cyclops in those movies.
So we already know that Cyclops' ego is fragile because of Jackman's horrible treatment. Well, so is this with his ability to shoot laser beams out his eyes, or no?
Would be pretty unfair if he didn't have his laser eyes.
All right, then sadly I think we have to concede.
Probably wouldn't do so well. Maybe if we can get a mirror or like a tin plate. Maybe like they have those big like.
I got it. We send you in an armor of tinfoil.
I would love the
Whilst I clap on the sidelines and hope you don't die.
I'm doing that and then immediately getting just cut in half by a laser beam. I think we take like one of those when you serve a big rotisserie chicken and then they have like the big domed thing on top and then you take that off,
right, yeah.
And then we just reflect it back and he shoots his own dick off. With a gun unrelated to the laser.
Yeah, so... So, wait, so did we lose? We lost.
We lost.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, all right. I'll read out word for word what I wrote here.
Okay.
Mess Miggelson from Casino Royale. What's the guy's name?
Le Chiffre.
Okay. Le Chiffre. We have a hammer each. He has a rope, and we're both naked. So I've put us in Le Chiffre's prime environment, him with a knotted rope in front of a naked man. Because I had to put a bit of danger in there.
Prime environment. These last ones have been a bit too safe for us.
Yeah, so our testicular areas are...
Now our genitalia is on the line. So it gets serious.
Our prime targets for mess. And I also gave us each a hammer.
And boy knows it's a big target for me.
And I gave us each a hammer because... I need to make it a little more fair. Otherwise, just the 2 naked of us.
Otherwise, it's just a weird fetish. Yeah, just 2 naked men running at Le Chiffre.
just a very weird fetish that I've written into the episode. So we each have a hammer. Then again, us both having a hammer doesn't make it that much less fetishy. I think someone has to sacrifice their testicles for this one to work, because the rope takes a bit of swing to get in there, you know?
It
so
does.
Like, he would have to get one of us, and then the other one could probably give him a clubbing. I say we throw you into it, you know, hope for the best. Maybe he misses. Who knows? Maybe it's like, I don't know, your face.
Okay, so in this scenario, I'm in there.
Yeah.
What do you do?
When I run on the other side and just smack him.
I just absolutely clobber him in the back of the head.
That's it, the end. So I think, you know, you'll be in pain for like 5, 10, 20 minutes, 3 years.
I mean, James Bond he had sex after that happened to him.
There was that great scene in Casino Royale where I might be remembering this wrong, but she's like, ooh, like, James, let's get sexy. And he's like, nah. Like, not for another 3 months, dude.
Nah, bro, I can't sit.
You have no idea what these things have been through.
You've got no clue what Le Chiffre did to these bad boys.
So anyway, God, I kind of regret putting that one in, but also at the same time, it's the one I regret the least. So yeah, I'd say we win that one. This one,
I think so as well.
Actually, let's save that one for a little bit. LeBron James in the Looney Tunes world in Space Jam 2.
Okay.
So it's LeBron James.
I haven't seen Space Jam 2.
It's bad. It's really very bad. So it's LeBron James, and he's a cartoon, which means he has a bit more like, you know, ability, I guess, in terms of like cartoon physics. But
he's not as useless as he is in real life.
No. He's also a terrible dad. So I think we go a guilt angle on this one, and we kind of
we just start yelling. We pull an it and just start yelling horrible insults at him.
Yeah, just like your kid hates you and you're the worst father ever, and you should feel bad and ashamed and cry. So I think this one is a more of a moral beatdown than a physical one. You know, we gotta switch up our tactics.
We're in different countries. We just give him a phone call. Your daughter hates you.
Get your shit together, dude.
Because like physically, he would wreck us, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he is 6'6", and like, you know.
Is he only 6'6"?
Maybe he's more. I don't know. I don't know. What, I look like a f***ing scientist to you? He's like 250 pounds, maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm saying random numbers. I have no idea. It could be like 500 pounds, perhaps. I don't know. I guess he could hit us with basketballs.
Whatever basketball players do these days.
Yeah, like that's how I think basketball players fight. I guess he couldn't punch us, but I guess he could throw a basketball at our faces pretty well.
Yeah.
But then again, are we also Looney Tune characters in this scenario? I like how these episodes have gone completely off the rails.
Could I be Big Chungus?
This is one of those ones where you're gonna hope I edit that out, but I definitely will not.
I stand by what I said.
Can I be Big Chungus? You asked October.
No need to repeat it, please.
Yeah, I'd probably take that. It's LeBron. This one I like quite a lot. And again, I'll just read out what I wrote here. Everyone in the office, in parentheses, how many would it take to stop us? Which sounds like the subtitle to an epic movie or something.
God, that is... What an episode that would be.
Just, I can imagine just, you look out the window of Dunder Mifflin, it's BHL and FDK just standing outside in the parking lot. And then just title card, how many would it take to stop us?
Are they coming out as one by one? Or is it like them swarming us?
God, terrifying. Just in the middle of the break room, and just
is Kevin just running in with his curry?
Every side character too. You see Daryl flying in from the ceiling. It would be like a building up swarm. So it starts with one, and then a couple more enter, and then a couple more. You know, that's how it's like we know how many would it take to stop us. It's like it starts with maybe like an Oscar or a Pete, and then it gradually builds its way up to the ultimate boss of Ryan.
The German's nickname for me is the Little Man.
So how many? I think it would take. I think it would.
All right. Let's identify the main threats here, shall we?
Okay.
Jonathan Halpert,
Dwight Schrute,
Daryl,
Kevin.
Daryl's a big lad.
Maybe.
See, Kevin, I think would just be too slow.
True. Toby, no.
Who else is there?
Yeah, I think those are the big threats. You know, maybe Pete. Pete's a fit guy.
Pete's a threat.
Pete scares me when he's on screen.
I get kind of nervous and I start sweating whenever I see Pete. Is that weird?
I think those are the main threats. I mean, yeah. Ryan wouldn't really be a threat, I don't think.
Nah, he's way too small. So okay, I'm gonna send in the troops, and you tell me yes or no if we could beat them.
Okay.
And I'll add a person on every time.
Okay.
Oscar runs out at you. What do you do?
A swift backhand puts him down.
Puts him down. All right.
All right.
Oscar runs back of the queue.
I like how it's just
Joins
like a
up
line system.
with Kevin Malone.
Ooh. Does Kevin Malone hurl him at me like a battering ram? Or does Oscar throw Kevin Malone like a battering ram?
Oh, goodness.
That one would be more difficult, but I think a swift
Also, I am here as well, by the way.
Okay, well, then you deliver the swift backhand this time, and then we both swiftly...
Just for variety's sake.
Yeah, and then we both, like, move out of the way. We slip, you know, like boxing style.
Oh, okay,
get out of the way,
So,
and then Kevin crashed into the wall, I guess, or something. I don't know.
All right, we take that one. Classic Kevin. All right, they join the back of the queue again.
Okay.
The two of them approach, but wait, there's a third member. He's tall, he's handsome, he's Pete. What happens?
It's getting a little tough now. That's not a good sign considering it's 3 and we haven't even introduced a main threat yet. But I think...
Come on, I think, remember, we have baseball bats.
Yeah, I don't think we can have baseball bats, but I think a clubbing right hand from you puts Pete in the dirt, and Oscar runs away scared after seeing what's happened, as does Kevin. Boom.
Okay, I like it. It's a Jack Reacher kind of thing where you eliminate a few targets and then the rest run away scared.
Exactly. Never fails.
So, Pete picks himself back up, joins Oscar and Kevin.
This is like such an epic battle here.
You hear birds squawking in the distance. The party of 3 think, yes, my savior has arrived. Then you see their faces drop, and Toby walks onto the field and joins the gang. Not much difference, I don't think.
Yeah, I think Toby would trip on the way to get to us and break his own nose on the concrete.
All right.
Brutal.
All right.
And then suddenly Phyllis flies in.
And then suddenly Angela's there with a chainsaw.
Honestly, I think we could do this all day until we get up to Jim and Dwight. I think those would pose a bit of a threat.
Okay. Well, I'll keep going. We'll do one more. I don't think we'll take this one, honestly.
All right.
So, the 4 Stooges join the queue once more.
All right.
In walks Big Boy Daryl, the 5th member.
I like the idea of just like it's like an epic parade. They just part the way, and he just stands there and he just charges like a football, like running at us.
Just Walters right at us.
I think I can't see us beating Daryl, even if he has the 4 Stooges with him. I like how we beat Chewbacca, but Daryl's another story.
Thing is, there's nothing to wax a Daryl.
Yeah, I feel like also like we said like we would beat like James Bond and Captain America, but it's like Daryl. He's the foreman, you know.
So are we getting halted by Daryl?
I think Daryl. Right. Yeah, Daryl barrels us over. He Daryls us over, one might say.
Oh goodness! I don't want to get Daryled by Daryl.
God, the absolute humiliation of a Daryling. So yeah, we don't even have to get to Jim and Dwight. Yeah. We completely forgot about f***ing Gabe. Anyway, moving on to the next one.
What a terrible realization after it's all ended. Gabe's still in the office. He's like, guys.
Just looks in the parking lot, sees 4 members just like lying there bloodied, and Daryl just beating the shit out of us. The Grinch. Next up.
What a transition. And they're all bloodied. The Grinch.
Like he's actually like pulping the out of us, like he's just like beating our skulls into oblivion. Anyway,
the Grinch. It's the same scenario. Daryl's still going ham on us, and then the Grinch walks into our defense.
Also, never say the sentence, Daryl's still going ham on us. That is a horrifying sentence.
Daryl's still hitting that full send on us.
Daryl's Daryling? Absolute shock. You crossed the
forbidden words.
Daryl's Daryling. That sounds like a children's novel. Daryl's Daryling. God. Anyway,
I feel like Daryl's mother, instead of saying darling. She'd be darling.
It sounds like a street or something. Daryl's Daryling. The Grinch.
So, the Grinch.
So, Jim Carrey. So, I mean, he's a bit of a monster, you know? You know, if you think about it, he's a bit of a beast. He's green.
We've lost.
He's hairy, so we have the wax trick up our sleeves, you know?
This is true.
But
I feel like we can't use that.
No, it's an unfair
Can's
advantage.
empty. Can's empty.
Yeah.
We can't use that one again.
I guess we could use the spirit of... Because we're two Christmassy boys. We love Christmas. We could use the spirit of Christmas against him. We could... I don't know, we could stab him with a candy cane.
Oh, I like it. I'll chew a bit on it, make it really sharp, and then I flick it to you. You do a backhand thrust in the air, and it just barrels into him it darrels into him like a spear, and he's impaled.
He's down for the count. Damn.
Yeah.
So rip the Grinch, am I right?
Can I get some F's in the chat for the Grinch?
Then the two of us, and it's a bit of a tag team match here. The two of us, and both of our dogs, versus Mickey, Pluto, and Goofy. So
versus Mickey, Pluto, and Goofy.
We have our two dogs. I have a French bulldog. You have a.
I've got it's a Bichon Havanese. Not exactly the most vicious thing. So,
no, French bulldog.
We can kind of take mine out of account, like out of the equation.
Well, your dog always barks at me when I'm there.
Well, that's because you smell.
That's because you're ugly.
Yes.
I feel like against Goofy and Pluto, I feel like our dogs could be pretty effective.
Yeah, I think so. Well, so is Goofy not a dog?
He is. That's why I chose Goofy and Pluto, because it's like Mickey and his two dogs against us and our two dogs. You know what I'm
saying? Mickey and his two dogs.
The rap album.
Pluto the literal dog, Goofy the metaphorical hype dog.
Goofy the homeboy dog.
I imagine that's what Walt Disney said when he was making him. So this is Goofy, the homeboy dog.
I like it. It just has a diagram trying to explain it. Okay, so we got Pluto, the literal dog, and then we got Goofy, the homeboy dog.
The homeboy dog. Well, so like, what's the deal with them two? Like, how is one? Yo, what's Goofy's deal?
Let's actually get real here. What the is up with that?
How have they given that a pass?
But so one is like a pet, basically enslaved to Nicholas Mouse, and the other is Pluto.
And the other is Pluto. I imagine Goofy just leads the most cursed life.
So I think so it's basically, I think we sick our dogs, who are very lovely dogs, but in this case we've angered them, I guess, or they've angered them. We sick them on Pluto and Goofy, they take care of that, and then it's just the two of us versus Mickey.
And then we go over to Mickey, look down.
So a brutal knee to the face, Yoel Romero style.
Oh yeah.
There we go. So sorry kids for ruining your childhoods. But again, if you're a kid, probably shouldn't be listening to this. And if you're and if you're a parent, probably don't play this for your kid, as we know you do, to put them to sleep at night. It's like, all right, we have a beautiful bedtime story here. So then I'd lick the candy cane and stab the Grinch with it. All right, we got a few more here. We got time. I got time. All right, I don't know if I should save this one for last because it's so horrendous, but I kind of love it. I might save it a bit. Well, okay, in the meantime, we have the Cobra Kai guys in Karate Kid 1. Basically, like the mean karate guys. See, this is a bit of a challenge because they're normal, like, human beings, but they are also, the whole point of the film is that they know how to kick ass. So,
well, I won't lie, I think this is similar to Daryl in that they probably f us up.
Yeah.
If they know proper karate.
Yeah, I mean,
like I know you've done boxing for intermediates.
But I mean, karate is also I probably shouldn't say anything here because then it'll make me look like a fool when a karate man beats me up someday. But karate is also
all show and no go.
Like karate competitions at least are a bit more point-based than actually, like, harm-based, you know? However, it is shown in the film that they are specifically more brutal and they try to hurt their opponents, so that argument kind of falls flat. I just wanted to show off my karate knowledge.
And a good job you did.
But, so here's how we look at it. We take a UFC example. Stephen Thompson, a karate fighter in the UFC.
My favorite person.
His nickname is Wonder Boy, so I'm sure you already love him.
Oh, okay. I know. WB? Wonder Boy? I know him.
And so we have to take the tactics that people take when they fight him, which is usually when they win, it's quite a slow fight. It's quite a paced one, and then just crack him one, bang. So I think we just kind of have to keep our distance a bit, wait for them to have a lapse, severe and continuous lapse in judgment, and then just an absolute missile of a right hand comes down the barrel. Comes down the barrel, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God, we're gonna Daryl him.
But yeah, no, they would win realistically. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be humble and say, okay, I guess the Karate Boys will take it.
Steve Buscemi. I included this one because while it may seem initially like two handsome, fit boys would demolish Steve Buscemi, I feel like he's a man who has tricks upon tricks up his sleeve. You know what I mean? He seems like he carries knives. I get that vibe.
He seems like he carries a lot of intestinal gas that he could release at any moment.
All right. I mean, similar end goal here in what we were saying, although different ways of getting there. He's a dangerous man. I don't know. I feel like we would be like, oh, like Steve Buscemi, this is... we already beat Chewbacca. This is an easy day at the office. And then he would I don't know, he would whip out like a...
No, I definitely agree that he's...
gas. Not like... I know you already said the intestinal things. Damn it, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
He's going to whip out a poisonous gas. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, okay. I'm setting you up way too easy.
After I've already said that he farts on us, then you say he whips out a poisonous gas, and I'm not supposed to think...
He seems like he would have like a trick cane. I'm sure... I know he doesn't walk with a cane, but he seems like the kind of guy who would have a cane, and then there would just be like a gun in it. You feel me?
It's a very Steve thing to do. I think he probably would get one of us by sheer surprise from his weird methods.
But then the other
person
on guard and
would avenge.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'd avenge you.
Right.
Don't worry.
Avenge in a non-harmful way, of course, because Steve. Let's see.
Because Steve.
Because the Grinch. I don't feel good about this, but us versus Invincible, but we have 20 Georges on our side. So I tried to even it out because I was like, okay, I wanted to have like us versus Omni-Man or us versus Invincible or something, but of course that's not fair, so I had to give us an advantage. And I figured I like my mathematical, rationalization here, the equivalency. I like it. 20 Georges to 1 Invincible,
I also like how you make it seem like that the Georges are the small add-ons that we get.
I also like how I make it seem that
we could all but stand and cheerlead. Go George, go George.
Honestly, that'd be great. We should do that like for real.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, this isn't really us. This is more just 20 Georges versus Invincible.
I don't know.
I like the lack of interest. I don't know, dude.
20 Georges? Come on, bro.
Invincible will probably fly through all their chests like within seconds. So.
But remember, George did get stabbed in the chest, and then after that, he just insinuated sexual intercourse between Dwayne and who is the girl?
And Tia Dalma.
Tia Dalma, right?
So true. So he's impervious to such things.
He could get stabbed all he wants.
Yeah.
Invincible could fly through him many times, and George just wouldn't
care.
He wouldn't mind. All he has on his mind is sex.
The absolute perv dog. Also the
George,
nickname for
the absolute perv dog.
There's Pluto the literal dog, and there's Goofy the perv dog. I have 3 more, and if you want to throw in any, feel free at any time. But
if you want to contribute anything to this show,
if you want to actually carry your weight, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the What If episode on the Marvel zombies. But,
no, I have not. I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
I don't know. It's not really competitive. Like, what the Marvel zombies, all of them, they would probably win, wouldn't they?
All the Marvel zombies against us two.
I don't know. Maybe a couple of Marvel zombies. Maybe like a zombie. I don't know. Who's like a really shit character? Like zombie Happy Hogan or something.
You say character.
No, sorry.
The man who directed Chef.
Zombie who's someone who would be tough as a superhero, but would be slightly easier as a dumb zombie. I mean, the zombies in the show aren't that
Zombie
dumb,
Hawkeye.
fast, but yeah, okay, Zombie Hawkeye. But he's like he can still shoot arrows and in the show. So
What?
Yeah, it's not great. Although he's just like has worse aim and is slower. So yeah, Zombie Hawkeye.
Okay.
I think the two of us could probably do that. No.
Yeah. So is this long distance we're running at him from, or are we like already in close?
Nah, let's say we start 2 meters away from him.
Give the archer a bit of range, shall we?
And he has no arrows or weapons on him. And we both have loaded automatic weapons.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Daryl on our side.
Oh god.
Daryl just comes in with a people's elbow, just. Then the penultimate one. This one I like because it's a superhero, movie character, but it's also a very winnable fight. So my two favorite things for these: Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. See, because he is smart and wily, and
he does pee in a jar.
He has piss at his disposal. He has knives, I think.
I wish I had piss at my disposal.
God, if we only had piss at our disposal, we'd win this easily. But he's also, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. So I feel like if we get past the wiliness, it would be a one-sided, beatdown.
Yeah, it would be a one-sided affair. Because in the end, this is a battle of fisticuffs, as we established.
Yeah,
which we haven't really followed through on. This is not a battle of piss, Lex. Please. Us two versus Mr. Gibbs.
The absolute mystery in your voice. Versus Mr. Gibbs. Like you're telling a tale around a campfire. Tough one to call.
He's a pirate, so he's
ruthless. He is the map, right? Isn't that a thing he does?
The map's in here.
Yeah. Isn't that one of his special powers? He is the map.
He is a walking map, that boy.
But I think his pirateness would carry him far, but not far enough in a battle.
But not far enough. I agree. I must agree there.
And we would put him down brutally.
Put him in the ground.
Sorry, Gibbs.
15 men on a dead Gibbs chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of Gibbs.
A bottle of Gibbs sounds like an alcoholic drink that would absolutely just literally murder.
That would actually floor me.
Well, my last one is not as good as that, but the Netflix version of the character Iron Fist, because he is a fucking dweeb, and I feel like we would beat the absolute shit out of him. Not gonna lie. Look, okay, it's not a high bar to clear, or it's not like a comparable thing, because Daredevil beat the shit out of him, and Daredevil's an excellent fighter, but I just feel like if he was actually like how Iron Fist is sort of supposed to be, he would handle Daredevil pretty easily. So the fact that Daredevil roughed him up, I feel like, obviously realistically we would lose, but I feel like also, in the context of the show, if the two of us were in that show, we would lose. But if you plucked those martial arts sequences and put them in the real world, we would absolutely beat the dog shit
look
out
at
of
him
that
and be
guy.
like, why are you doing a backflip there? There's no need.
And it looked really fake, and a stunt double did it for you.
Yeah.
So
all right, Iron Fist, but without his stunt double.
Yeah. So it's just actor Finn Jones. That would be too easy. No offense, Finn Jones. But yeah, okay, how about this? Actor Finn Jones with the 20 minutes of training or whatever that they gave him, but he has the power of the Iron Fist. So.
Oh, that's actually really good.
So he has a nuclear option, but he just can't land it for shit.
Right, okay. I genuinely think Finn Jones is terrible at fighting in real life.
Given he was on a show, and I know it's not his fault, he was only given 20 minutes to prepare or whatever, but given that he was on a show where his character, his main defining trait is that he's a martial artist, and all the martial arts scenes looked terrible, I can't imagine he's great in combat. Sorry, Finn Jones. So
I really like this one. I think we would take him,
I would give him a 20% chance of lighting it up and hitting us with it. But also the Iron Fist is so inconsistent in that show. Sometimes he just can't get it up, if you know what I mean.
Get it up.
Yeah. So
which is not unnormal for any man. Don't feel ashamed.
Finn, it's okay. It happens. It happened to Mark Ruffalo with the Hulk, That was also a weird impotence metaphor, wasn't it?
It was.
I don't think the whole show of Iron Fist was meant as an impetus metaphor, but anyway. So yeah.
But the whole character arc of the Hulk definitely is.
The whole Defenders series was as a metaphor for impotence. So yeah, we would take that one. So yeah, those were the characters we could beat up. Part 4. We'll be back for part 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 1 billion over the course. I say we do them every 3 to 4 months. Keep it fresh, but keep it fun. Good stuff. So now it's time for
the Cnews.
All right, let's see what Cruisy Boy's been up to. Actually, I won't say this is the Cnews, but I will just include. I was going to put in the announcements and such for last week. Actually, yeah, it will have been in the announcements and such last week, but there was someone on my Reddit made a theme song for Tom Cruise's UK Adventures as requested, and it's very good. They? So I'll show that to you when we do the announcements for the last one. Yeah, we record this in advance, by the way. This is October 10th. But anyway, Tom Cruise hits home run with fans at Dodgers-Giants game from EW.com. So
he hits a home run?
Tom Cruise, I guess maybe like a metaphorical home run. Okay. He was in attendance. So yeah, I mean, he was like on the big screen and everyone freaked out. Look, okay, how do I say this?
All right. Just be as offensive as you want.
No, because you know what?
Just say
I feel like the Tom Cnews has made Tom like a part of the pod, and so we don't like to be mean in general. I will just say he looks a little different in this picture.
Okay.
I feel bad. I don't want to say mean things, but it's just I have to comment that it is a bit of a strange picture.
Oh goodness.
Look, I don't want to make fun of how he looks in case there's something actually wrong.
Yeah.
He does look different from usual. Anyway, because we've seen pictures of him pretty recently where he did not look like this. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we don't want to, in case something's actually wrong or something, we don't want to, make fun. I'm just pointing it out. It's it's strange.
Something's gone wrong.
No, God. Anyway, I hope everything's good, and we're just joking around.
I hope we hope we send all the love in this difficult time to Tom Cruise's family.
God. Anyway, this is a disaster. Anyway, cool. So Cruise is at a baseball game. Excellent. Now it's time for the announcements and such. Take it away, us. And we're back for the announcements and such segment. I got Freddie on the line. What are you expecting? It'd be funny one day if I just was like, I don't have Freddie on the line. It's Yassine here.
We're back for the announcements and such segment. I've got Lele right next to me.
So we have very few announcements this time, but that's A-okay with me.
Brilliant.
Because I am a little tired. But I mean, we love the announcements. But also,
can we stop, guys, please?
Kind of dug myself in a hole there. First of all, just some comments on the latest pod. I haven't read these yet, so we'll just go through these real quick. First time viewing. I did see one, though. Shrumpy left the comment, why do they call it oven when you in the cold food, out hot eat the food? He left it again. The absolute
Shrumpy's such a menace to the pod.
So,
it's clearly some
be giving that a like.
knighthood conquest he's on.
Yeah. Kean says, the first episode I was mentioning was the last DC fandom episode. Crazy to think I've been here for 2 fandoms. Yeah. True.
I guess. Good on you.
I've also been here for 2 fandoms. There have been exactly 2 fandoms.
You've joined an elite club, I see.
He also says Ireland, because that's how the Irish think you're supposed to pronounce Ireland. Whatever. What do they know?
I didn't know that was a huge thing, that you were pronouncing it wrong and stuff. I mean, I don't think you're pronouncing it wrong, but that they're actively bullying you.
Anurag, fun fact, Venom 2 was shot by Robert Richardson, the guy who shot all of Quentin Tarantino's movies since Kill Bill, Casino, and The Aviator. So, Robert Richardson really had a downfall, did he not?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's really gone down.
It's some hard times, it seems. Sean Grant says, BHL sounds like he's losing oxygen fast, and he's linked to a time in the pod where I assume I'm doing my iconic wheeze laugh, which happens occasionally. Where
I thought you were going to say, my iconic, did anyone check whether Weasel could swim?
Where I do sound like I'm a deflating tire. So fair enough. Joe C says, this was the best episode since 100. The Michael Caine jokes made me die of laughter. Well, hey, thank you, Joe C. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I will say, it was a bit of a banger-rizzle.
It was kind of a good episode. Yeah, not to pat ourselves on the back too hard. But it was a
But you're welcome, I guess.
Yeah. And thank you, Michael Caine, for providing us with such hilarity through your retirement.
Through your retirement and music career, I guess.
Movie Boy 2011. Today I came home from a long day of school, then went to see Dune, which was 3 hours, then came home and chilled and watched the pod. It was the best feeling and a very relaxing from a long day. Hell yeah, man.
That's just
brilliant.
Again, we say it often, but it's just so like heartwarming,
just wholesome,
and cozy reading these things.
Yeah. I also love coming back from a long day and just putting on. Right now, it's New Girl is kind of my sort of comfort thing where I just put it on, but just putting on something cozy and we can provide that. I'm very happy. Daniel Movies, great pod has as always really funny, really enjoyable. Keep up the great work. Another amazing university story. Thank you, Daniel Movies. God, so many nice comments. So many nice comments here. And then, wow,
this is so unlike the fact.
Thank you, Daniel. And then Movie Guy just writes, poor Michael, he probably shot himself after listening to this pod. So that's a bit grim. So,
bit of a turn. Yes. I like how
we don't condone
immediately before. These are such nice comments.
That we do not condone that comment, and we're glad Michael Caine is happy and well. Anyway, it's got kind of dark. I don't know. Thanks, Movie Guy. Now we have on the fan page a couple posts, an excellent Photoshop here of the Venom poster. Venom, let there be garbage. Carnage, garbage. It's a fucking great pun. You're so upset you didn't think of it. Fuck you. Show me your bat nipples. So, just a wonderful poster.
The thing is, honestly, it would not be surprising if that was the poster for this movie.
It should have been, honestly. And again, I would love if someone who doesn't know the pod saw this out of context and just had
show me your bat nipples.
Great stuff. And also, AJ Murray left a comment, Woody Harrelson. Not sure what to make of that, but it sounds like a death threat. So I would look into that.
Wood. Is that like the wood? How much wood could a Wood Harrelson if a Wood Harrelson could Woody?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what he's going for.
That's the vibe I got from that. Anyways.
And then hopping on the meme trend, we have Evil Merlin be like, the can isn't empty. So just a classic current meme, you know.
Contemporary
memery, it happens. Those are the announcements for this week. God, you're infecting me like across the computer because I haven't had a cough anytime close to now, and suddenly I'm coughing just when I hop on the pod. Shame on you.
It just drains the life force in a good way, but it drains.
Yeah. Those are the announcements. We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and if you're listening there, you can rate us 5 stars, presumably on both, but definitely on Apple Podcasts. But also, maybe you can do it on Spotify. I hope. I should probably look into this.
But listen on both, definitely. Same time, get the views up.
And we're also on YouTube, The Poorly Planned Podcast. And if you're listening there, leave a like, drop a comment about what we talked about, subscribe, give us your thoughts. And there's maybe some exclusive content occasionally, some couple pod videos once in a while, maybe even a BNFW coming up sometime in the next 2 months or so. No promises. So, back to the pod. Wow. I can't believe that Tom Cruise... No, I can't believe that Chewbacca... The Grinch
has 3 penises.
That I could believe, actually.
That's actually very, very believable.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. My name is Benedict. Helped. What do we say at the end? You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhhudsonvids@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper. You can find me on Instagram at FDalgard. And you can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
The Grinch.